Hi everyone, today I'm going to do something slightly different with my Hotlap videos. Instead of showing you one unbelievable lap that I'm able to pull out of a hat, I'm going to basically show you a 3-lap run, which is going to basically show you my race pace, my decent race pace at the moment, laps that I can do consistently over a period of time as opposed to one unbelievable lap. So here's my first lap, which is actually the cleanest, and I'll talk you guys through my second and third laps where I made a few little mistakes. Okay, so I managed a 41.1 on the first lap. This first corner you really got to be quite committed when it comes to turning in and getting the most out of the corner. Again, you can see that I'm still kind of struggling with this first sector. Slight improvement, but you can see that I made a slight mistake there on that turn in. Lost the rear just a little, but I corrected it okay. Here the line wasn't too bad, but it's not as tight as I could be on the inside to get on the throttle quicker. Coming up to the hairpin, I really want to be hitting 270 at least, top end speed. Turning in, you get a little bit of slight understeer, but as long as you're smooth with the steering as you turn in and on the throttle as well, you don't want to get too aggressive with the throttle because the car will just start to chug, especially if you do it too early. This right hander, you don't want to go in too fast because you will compromise yourself coming out of this next corner. And again, you have to be really smooth on the throttle because getting on it too early, again, the car just chugs too much. This one, I do find that the car, with any sort of car, with that one, there's always a lot of understeer with that corner, so you have to kind of turn in a little bit earlier, but not too aggressive. Here, this can be quite fun with these cars. You know, you're just coming in, but you have to be again very gentle because it's very easy to get carried away, and that's basically where I made the mistake. So I was going a really good lap, but unfortunately, made that mistake there. So I got myself on off track. With this last corner, everybody's got. I mean, I've watched so many people go through here, and everybody's got their own sort of line going through it. But I'll talk you guys through what was going through my head on the last lap. Again, loads of commitment in the first corner, and I think this is actually that was actually my best. This is my best first sector out of all 3 of the laps. You can see they're much tighter on the inside there, get on the power. From here I started to see, yeah, there's definitely an improvement to the time, but the pressure got to me and I made a slight mistake later on in the lap. But this was actually my worst hairpin out of all 3 of the laps. So hey, I never said all of these laps were perfect, but at least looking at these, you guys can basically take what you will and see where I make the mistakes and improving them yourself. again, got to be patient, but unfortunately that's where I got the off track. So yeah, again, unfortunately not a clean lap, and my head was gone a bit here because I was like, wow, I was really up on my time and I was looking forward to seeing maybe a 30, a 40 as opposed to a 41. But yeah, and then I think on here again I got a little bit too eager to get on the throttle, and that was that basically. But yeah, again, when you actually look at the time that I do get, you think, okay, then I'm still getting consistent times, but there are just these little niggles. Here you can see I have a slight I turn in on the second to last cone, sorry, and I brake on the last cone. So turn in on the second to last one, brake on the last one, and then turn in, and then eventually you'll figure out where you need to get back onto the power, and that's that. Alright, so here we'll take a look at chase cam just so you can get a better view of the lines that I'm taking. You can see there in the bottom right corner my optimum was a 40.8, which is Jesus, I didn't realise I was that close to the corner, to the wall. But but yeah, that's not too bad in terms of if I actually am doing my best, I would get very close to Kroenke's time, which I think was a 40.7, 6 or 7, one of those two. But yeah, you can see there with my line through the first sector, it's definitely not the best. Definitely loads of improvement there. Hairpin was pretty decent, to be fair. Like you can see there on my throttle, I've just got to take it easy because these cars, you're not going to spin out with these cars. So the difficulty isn't whether you're going to lose it, because the car will always correct itself. It's whether you can get the most out of the corners. So here you can see I'm waiting to get on full throttle because I can hear it like chugging away. It's like it's preventing me from using all that power. Here you got to be patient. You can see I did get a little bit of dusted come up, but it's not illegal there. You can take a little. I got a bit fortunate here. I did take quite a bit of both curbs, actually all three. Well, both those inside curbs, but you know, I did get away with it, and it didn't cost me too much. But yeah, like I said, I turn in at the second to last, and then start to brake on the last cone, and then you just start turning in, and the point at which you get on the throttle, it's weird. It's like you just get on the throttle at a point where you feel like you're gonna understeer straight into the wall, but you just get away with it and you keep on track. So that's that. Fucking hell, I love staying. I'm like literally millimeters away from that wall. So yeah, and that's that, man. I had a good race. A good week with this track combo. Really fun, really fun. Love the commitment that you got to use to get the most out of this car, especially on this track. Because some of these corners, the first and last corner, it's just so dangerous. But you know, huge thrill. Really great, really exciting. Going through traffic with these cars can be extremely annoying because there are certain places where you just got to, cut your losses and just be patient. But yeah, I feel like I'm more than likely going to start doing these sort of videos towards the end of the race, towards the end of the week, as opposed to at the beginning. Unless I really know the track well, because I guess at the beginning of the week when you got the new track, yeah, I can put out some lap times and I feel like I'm going fast. But obviously after doing some laps and more practice and more laps and more races, because obviously this week I've done about 3 or 4 races, you start to learn what you can get away with and what you can't get away with. And towards the end of the week, I'm actually faster than what I would be at the beginning of the week. So, I mean, yeah, I could do it at the beginning of the week, maybe get a few more views. But to be honest, I'd rather do it towards the end and show you what I've learned over the week, as opposed to at the beginning when I'm sort of like fresh and still learning the track while everybody else is. So yeah, man, it's been good. It's been really good. But again, smooth inputs on both throttle and steering really do make a big difference with this car. It doesn't seem like it, but that's how I was getting more speed. I think at the beginning of the week I was like doing 41.9s, and now I'm doing 41.1s. So, but yeah, man, it's been good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and yeah, man, I'll catch you guys next week at Le Mans.